guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and I am back with another reaction to The Runaways. Yes, we are now on season 1, episode 3, and this one is called Destiny. So, where we left off last week was the rewind episode in which we saw basically the premiere again, but it was from the adults' point of view. The first episode focused on the trajectory of the kids, primarily Alex, and, you know, figuring out a little bit of the landscape. And then, of course, the last episode, we had where things were coming from on the parents' point of view. The biggest things that we really pulled from that episode was the fact that Papa Wilder has a whole former life that's quite rough and maybe a little bit dark that he's trying to escape, but he's got some people that are not quite allowing him to leave the past completely in the past. And so I have no doubts that they're going to become a bigger factor as the show goes on. But seeing that, as well as the fact that all these couples, you know, they're all kind of uniquely struggling with this whole pride thing that they've got going on. You know, you see some, like the women, as I mentioned last week, they seem to be really just kind of, let's just block out the bad stuff and do what we need to do. And we see quite a few of the men that are feeling a bit regretful about it all. So very interesting dichotomy between the kids and the parents in this last one. And I really like that we got a fuller picture of what was going on. So with this episode called Destiny, I'm wondering if it actually has to do with that character and how much of it is potentially also one of those, you know, double meaning things about the destiny, perhaps, of whatever that they're doing with this whole sacrificial Gabborim church pride nonsense. So, without any further ado, why don't we jump in this episode and then we can chat about it after. Okay? Boop. 2 caskets? 10 years ago. Okay.
I saw her hand, Robert.
She burned herself on a frying pan.
Is that a fact? The Hernandezes were good people. They didn't deserve this.
I don't know what the hell you think happened.
Accusations?
Tina didn't do this.
That's a type of grass typically found in the African and Asian continents.
I want to be an elephant when I grow up.
Is that right? Well, I think
Me
you
too.
can make a wonderful elephant, Molly.
Okay, breathe. Let's not destroy the house.
Mine started when I was around your age, too. I'd say it's genetic, but we're not actually related, so.
Is that supposed to make her feel better?
See? Destiny is fine. You don't have to worry.
Photoshop much? This picture could be a total fake.
Thank you! Not
I know
hard.
you want to believe.
Good call, Gert. See, pairing up here actually makes sense. Hold on, I haven't agreed to anything.
It'll take 5 minutes, and then afterwards we can prepare for your Spanish quiz on Monday. I have flashcards.
Girl,
Yes,
reel
that's
in the
not
thirst.
Okay, I'll try.
Victor, please. Let me out of here.
Destiny's still there?
I will not tell anyone. Please.
That's some dark stuff, man. Oh, it's in his head. Oh my god, he did kill her. She was dirty. I just realized she was not dirty when she went in that
Victor?
thing.
Have you been here all night? We're gonna be late.
Holy crap, Victor killed her.
It kind of seemed like maybe it wasn't the box that was the problem.
Girl, you're treading dangerous ground.
I need you on my side, Janet.
Calm down, Spike. Fangs up.
I carry you. I carry this whole family.
Wow.
The least you could possibly do is give me some support.
As your angel investors, we're just here to say congratulations.
We're just here to say that that's never going to the government.
What if we go out tonight? Have some real sushi.
Date night.
A date. Quality time. Together.
Why does she speak like a robot?
We have to try.
Yeah, Robert would, except he's kind of banging your friend's wife, most likely.
She really needs us.
See through everything?
Girl, stop it.
Were you just checking out my junk?
Right? Nerve.
What? Why would you say? Chase. There's something back here.
Secret room. All these places must have secret rooms. They just gotta start checking their houses. It's empty.
You're all clear. It's empty.
Good.
She's got to keep those goggles. Those are going to be so useful.
Well, hopefully that means the death.
Cat, this stuff is dangerous. We saw what it did to Frank Dean. He's never been the same. We want to
So
mess with
Frank-
the young girl's mind.
Ooh.
You guys haven't had date night since the Obama administration. Why not go without me?
I think our daughter has a point. Don't you?
Daddy doesn't want to be alone with mommy right now.
Be good.
Don't touch me, girl. Don't you touch me. Crush your hand, Molly.
I was.
Girl, that was just a bit extreme, is all I'm saying. You could have just screamed some stranger danger or something up in there. And if she catches you right here.
Seriously.
Yeah. Didn't think that through. How do they not have cameras in this room? That seems strange, considering the magnitude of what they're doing.
We usually talk about this stuff doesn't mean we can't.
Kaz is awkward. His face. He's like, oh. Oh.
Nobody ever bullies me. Not my parents, not the other kids. I'm just the adopted girl who everyone got stuck with.
Hey, nobody is stuck with you. Dale and Stacey.
Good on playing the guilt card, girl. Molly, I'm impressed.
Manual override activated.
Oh, the drawer. Very nifty. I like these old school kind of tricks and traps for opening things. That's so neat. She has those hanging in her room, right? The actual hell. That's sweet. So is it the staff and the paper making that happen? Or just, Girl, what do you... This is a restaurant, ma'am. This... Come on now.
I'm just trying to have some fun, Rob. Remember fun?
No, Satan, I
I
don't.
always used to love going to hotels.
You said Snow, you were being literal.
You think my
Can you
sports
stop
hose is
it?
having a cocaine malfunction? Yes, snow is actually coming from the ceiling, and I need your nerve break.
Wisey, Ixnay on the Snowway.
I am not responsible for this precipitation anomaly.
I think
House is like, leave me out of this. I did not do this.
a little bit more than that.
The key part of a secret plan is that it's a secret, okay?
We can't just tear them away from their lives without any warning.
Sweetie, listen to me. Let's just surprise them.
Trying to
With some
defect?
beautiful sauce.
Interesting.
Here is a giant toad and something that looks like a dildo with wings. No naked chick.
Did I call it? I called it. My, how the secrets are flying. Wow, this is just the panty episode, ain't it? Victoria's Secret plug right here. Mops. Hey, you guys absolutely are from California if you think mops will clean up snow. And your mama's gonna be in a real foul mood. She got rejected. Did she keep the diary? Girl. Your mama noticed when one hair was missing in your sister's room and you took a whole diary. Okay.
I'll grab here.
What are you grabbing?
I just thought
No.
that that's where. Okay. I saw
My
the video.
hips at least, dude.
Okay,
What's
oh,
wrong with
the hips,
you?
That's fine. I
So
like it.
confused.
Time for you to leave, Alex.
Rude.
I was gonna.
Mama's like, I ain't getting any. You ain't getting any, girl.
Whoa. Didn't you realize what happened in there was an act?
Okay, girl, you let him kiss you, so stop.
Later,
Stop.
honey.
Go ahead and smile. You know you liked it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I made a down payment on Monday.
Ooh, divorces and scandal happening up in this place. It's getting real. Oh my God, you let it out.
I don't think that was destiny. That would be a really good time to use those.
Or run. Did it just go back to its room? And why does it have a nose ring? I have so many questions. Oh no, not again. No. Oh. Girl, can you not get this man some oil of Olay or something?
Mystery.
Oh no, dude threw her in the water? Does he not realize the ocean comes back?
Does this mean what I think?
Yep.
We're gonna need another sacrifice.
Oh, I was thinking that y'all are murderers, but okay. Well, okay. That was episode 3, which was named Destiny. And as I guessed, it wasn't just to talk about the young lady that has gone missing, but also clearly kind of talking about the overall goal that the Pride is trying to achieve with all of these sacrifices. So we got some very interesting information in this episode, primarily the fact that Molly's parents, the Gonzalezes, died when she was, it looks like maybe 3-ish. She looked like she was about 3-4 years old, and a fire. We saw that Tina had a bandage on her hand that looks, and her husband said that, you know what, oh, she burned her hand on a frying pan. But like, you know, it's always suspicious if someone burns themselves accidentally when a massive fire has just happened, and especially in this creepy little group that they've got going on for Pride. I think we can safely say that she has something to do with that. And then, of course, later on in the episode, when we see that Nico is able to bring snow with just a thought with the staff, it's very feasible to believe that her mother was able to bring fire for the same reason. So very interesting. It makes me wonder what happened with Molly's parents, because they were part of Pride apparently, but my guess is it's kind of like the Yorkses, in that they're wanting to get out. I think probably Molly's parents saw what was happening, conscience couldn't take it, tried to pull out of the situation and tried to get away from it, and the rest of the Pride found out and thought, you know, we can't risk it, so they had them die in an accident. That's just all speculation, but this is what I'm thinking is the case. But we'll see what happens, because I feel like particularly Leslie and Tina are like the ones who are willing to do whatever it takes to keep this. Not just them, actually. Also, Mama Wilder, she's pretty hardcore too. So I would not be shocked if between those 3 ladies, they were like, everybody who's in stays in. I still have a lot of questions about the Gonzalez family. I'm hoping that'll come out later on as the show goes on and we figure out what happened. And it seems like, again, that the Yorkses are following in the exact same footsteps in thinking that they want to get out. The hallucinations that Victor was having about Destiny. For a quick second, I thought, oh my God, did he like have an attack of conscience and decide to maybe like lock her up someplace and just try to keep her like away until he felt like all of this was done? But clearly Victor, I feel like he is far more scared of failing and being seen as a failure than he is, sadly, of the repercussions of what it is he's doing. He clearly, and that's what, you know, I mentioned in my reaction. I saw right away that Destiny's face was dirty, and I'm like, wait, she was clean and pure and dressed in white and all that stuff when she showed up. So where'd she suddenly get dirty? And then it hit me. He must have, you know, I thought he buried her, but apparently he didn't. He threw her into the water. I'm not sure why. So I'm kind of curious now about the dirt on the face, what that was symbolic of. This whole episode really tried to talk a lot about the psychological effects on the parent side of what it is that they're doing. And while the men, like I said, there's just a theme of the men really struggling with this more than the women, which is so different. It's so different because in shows like this, it's typically the other way around, where usually the women are the ones saying we can't do this, it's too awful. Being a mother, I can't dare to see another child be treated this way. It's the moms that are hardcore in this. It's the women who are just like, we don't care what we're sacrificing, this has to be done, with the exceptions of Mama York. So it looks like she's not quite down with it, but all the other women for the most part are really just kind of like, we're doing what we gotta do. Whereas the men are the ones falling apart over this. So, you know, in the case of Victor, these hallucinations are clearly a manifestation of his conscience, because not only are these sacrifices happening, but the fact that he's actually killing these people. It is a very different, it's one thing to put someone into what you think is a cube that's going to, as he calls it, dematerialize them and send their energy, I guess, I'm speculating, send their energy into another person, but to actually kill someone, like he literally killed this girl. who is probably begging and pleading for him to let her go. You know, if you're not a complete and utter sociopath, that is going to mess with you. That's going to leave some serious scarring and issues. And we saw him take it out later on his wife. And that kind of just dovetails right into Papa Wilder, same thing, you know, with him again saying to his wife, like, you know, you can't go, like, you know, don't you feel guilty about this? And then of course with Molly, you know, you can tell, I kind of got the feeling that he maybe regretted showing her the fact that he found Molly's pin, because he's just like, you know, we don't know this drug, I guess, whatever they did, it just, while it erases memories, there's obviously side effects that are not great. And we discovered in that moment that Leslie's husband, Frank, has received the serum. And remember last episode, I kept saying it's so strange that hers is the one spouse that isn't part of the pride. Like, why? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But it turns out he was part of it at some point. And I guess, my guess is that he probably, like the Gonzaleses, like the Yorkses, saw something that he just said was like, you know what, this is too much, this is the line, I can't cross it. And maybe he tried to turn them in. And maybe it wasn't. I'm speculating that that was what happened, but maybe it was worse. Maybe Frank was on the other side of things. Maybe he was too into it. Maybe he was wanting to sacrifice everybody. I don't know. But I do want to know more about that, about why Frank was pulled out of it and why they're not letting him come back in. Kudos to Molly. I mean, a bit of a fail in the way she escaped to get away from Mama Wilder about the whole situation. I mean, girlfriend completely destroyed a public bathroom, ripped an iron windowsill out of a wall just to get it. Like, girl, you're trying to keep your secret, your powers under wraps, so you say, and you ripped an entire, like, no, that's not low key. Someone needs to take Molly aside and explain to her what low key means. Anyways, that aside, kudos to Molly. She handled the whole situation so well. The fact that she lied about lying, like, that takes a lot. And the fact that she pulled the orphan card, I was like, girl, well done, Molly. Papa Manuru, Mr. Robert. Well, I called from like episode 1 that Papa Minoru, Robert, and what's her name, Mrs. Stein, were in a thing, that they were doing a thing. And I was absolutely right. They are having an affair. And we learned tonight from Robert that apparently he and his wife Tina have been having issues for 2 years. I'm assuming this is, well, this would have been before Amy died, because they said Amy, it's been a year since Amy's death. So before that, apparently she started shutting him out for whatever reasons. And obviously, you know, you have that happen, then you have the death of a child. That would put another whole new level of emotional strain on a relationship. And I guess Robert started looking for comfort elsewhere. Yes, right within the pride. Like, listen, just some 101, folks. Like, that was just not bright. It's one thing to have an affair, but to have an affair with somebody else in the secret cult group that y'all are hanging out in, not smart. Not smart. Like, I get it, you know, in the sense of they both get each other on a level despite the fact that they're in this group, but who else is gonna understand about the fact that you've been sacrificing teenagers for years, right? But still, a little close to home, a little too, it's just a little too much mixed in there. Like, that was just a bad call for both of them. But anyway, very interesting that, you know, that whole dinner situation. We see Tina trying to kind of reach out to him. Clearly she's noticing that their marriage is not really a marriage anymore, but it sounds like she is way too late to the party. And we had that little 50 Shades moment there with her taking, I was like, girl, we are in a restaurant. And I mean, like, that's just not hygienic. But anyways, you know it's bad when your husband is like, yeah, no, I don't even want it. Keep it, keep what you got going on over there. We're not really in a marriage anymore. We're just keeping it together for the kid. Now on to the kids. There wasn't quite as much drama with the children in this episode. I see that the show so far seems to be doing a pattern of kind of focusing on the kids and focusing on the adults. This one kind of did have a mix, but it definitely was heavier on the adult drama side of things. But as far as the kids, them just trying to figure out whether or not what they saw was real, whether or not they really should jump to the conclusion that their parents committed a felony. I do enjoy that because it is a huge deal to think that your parents have done something as crazy as murder somebody. So I like the fact that they are trying to be fairly logical and look for evidence to support what they're saying. But deep down, obviously, people like Alex and Nico are very, very ready to believe that their parents are capable of just about anything. So the plan was actually quite smart for them to kind of divide and conquer and check out all the places that, you know, their parents could potentially be keeping secrets. And it was kind of cute to see the little drama, like Gert clearly trying to get time alone with Chase, even though she knows that Chase would rather be with Carolina. And what I kind of like, it's one of those things where I'm glad we're not going to have some weird, I think, three-way triangle with those guys, because it is one of those sad high school situations that happen so much where Gert likes Chase, but Chase likes Carolina, and Carolina doesn't like anybody. Do you know what I mean? Thankfully, I don't think we're going to get too much teen drama there, but I do kind of feel bad for Gert because she is working real hard. She's working real hard, and I don't think Chase is even... Just control the thirst, girl. That's all I'm asking. Nico finding out about the wand was huge. Also finding out about the fact that her mom had Amy's diary. So I'm thinking the fact that she has Amy's diary means Amy probably might have possibly known what her mom was. Maybe she was being groomed by her mom to be the next in line since she was the older daughter. I just feel like Amy's diary is gonna have some secrets that Mama didn't quite want Nico to know about, maybe ever. Yeah, it was a good episode. I enjoyed this one just as much as I have the other ones. As I said, a little slower. Didn't talk too much in this episode because there was so much exposition and I didn't want to hear it, but I am definitely liking how they're laying the groundwork, and hopefully in the next episode we'll get to see a little bit more progression towards the kids figuring out what the heck's going on. So, what did you guys think of this episode? I know that I am super looking forward to them comparing notes over what they've learned consecutively. And now that Destiny is found in the sense of that she's no longer alive, how they're gonna take that, because she was in the box, now she's in the ocean. What kind of questions is that gonna bring up for the group? But more importantly, what's this gonna do within the Pride now that they know that Papa Stein lied about the fact that his little chamber of secrets is working? Please leave your comments below. You know I love to read them. And if you like this video, guys, please click like. And if you want to see more from this geeky face, please click subscribe. Until next time, see ya.